Okay, folks, let's see if we can make this one turn up a treat. Oh, shit. Oh, I just sneezed, folks. It feels good. Now, I don't have a cold or a flu, fortunately, which I really hate. This is what I hate about catching public transport and being around people at close quarters, is being near someone who sneezes or coughs or sniffs or bloody spreads the flu around. I mean, it's not just COVID. I actually find the cold and the flu a lot worse than COVID from my experience. I find I tend to be usually tend to be asymptomatic or very few symptoms, if any. But basically, yeah, I do hate it when someone sneezes on the bus, and I think, oh fuck, got to get away from them. Stay away from them. They're fucking going to spread the lurgy. I'm going to get violently ill. It takes about 3 weeks from start to finish for the flu to finish. It's not good. It's not at all good. Fortunately, I've never had to go to hospital for the flu, but it's really nasty. My nose congests really badly. I get congested. I can't swallow properly. I can't sleep. I get fever. The fever's really bad. Lasts for weeks instead of just days. I used to when I was young, when I was a kid. And let's see what we've got here. We've got here a tassel. Just a tassel. We're going to utilise this. But yeah, I try my best to try and socially distance on public transport or anywhere else where there's people, even though it's impossible nearly, because most people don't wear masks, which really gives me the shits. It really does, it gives me the shits. I just really get annoyed. I wish they'd make masks mandatory again, just to keep the cold and the flu from coming my way. And I do wear a mask all the time when I'm out, pretty much. Just take it down when I'm eating or drinking, and I dine outside, not indoors. I think that looks really quite interesting. So I don't dine outdoors. I dine outdoors in order to prevent myself from catching anything. So I'd rather just stay away from people indoors, if possible. Yeah, and when I sneeze, I try to sneeze into my elbow. I didn't do it just then because, hey, I'm on my own. I got this. I could have sneezed into my elbow if I wanted to. But I know I'm just at home and I'm just doing my demos, so it's not critical. I'm not going to make anyone sick from it because I'm just here on my own. But I hate it when people don't cover their coughs or don't cover their sneezes not properly, or they cough into their hands and they end up spreading it all over everything they touch. I don't know why people cough into their hands. It's really silly. Coughing into your shoulder or into your elbow is the best way to prevent it from spreading around. But a lot of people don't think or can't think. Anyway, that's come up looking really quite nice. Colour in that. I've got to enlarge it more on the vertical. It's a bit crooked though, but I don't think that's going to matter in this case. Yeah, that's come up looking really quite nice, the colour in that, as well as the... I don't know if I like this piece here, but it might be all right. We'll soon find out. The yellow really adds something to it, as it often does with most of my work, most of it. Now we're just going to make our two mirrored pieces to fit together. This user interface is such a pain. I'd hate to be in an office having to get a job done quickly and trying to get through all this, and being, especially if I had no experience using this equipment, that would drive me nuts. I'd be really scared I'd get into trouble and I'd end up fumbling all over the place. This is not counterproductive. This is counterproductive, should I say. This is not productive, folks. Photocopiers should be easy to use, not fucking hard. But no, the companies can't think of anything new. Stupid twats. These are our two mirrored pieces. So that's our first one here and our second one here. Yeah, I really hate the industry the way that it's become. But I'm going to one day take over and make the best copier systems on earth one day. One day I'll redesign the photocopier from scratch. It's going to be nothing like this shit that we know today. And this one's come up looking really quite a treat. I think we can now call this demo. Can we call it quits, or can I see another version happening? It's what's called a switcheroo. It's what I simply call a switcheroo. It's really difficult to know sometimes if it's going to work or if it's not going to work, doing a switcheroo. So there you have it. That looks quite nice as well. I think we can now call this demo quits.